Presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1. Shout out KT. The jungle, follow me. Follow me to the land where the swamps creak and the machetes peak. You beckon in the soaring skies of humidity in the backdrop of wild serenity. The jungle is no place for a stroll. The floors we've been through and the ceilings we trailblaze boils down to this. Enter the explorer, the kid, the crazy kid with a malleable machete. A kid who doesn't know what's right or wrong, but accepts the lifelong. The journey to the promised land was dealt with some bumps along the way. Redemption in the jungle is not for the faint of heart, but rather the ones who dare start. Introducing a 45-time individual winner in 2024, two-time Final Fourist looking for his first finale, the kid Nam. Now in the other part of the jungle lies a swampy scene, a scene like no other where fog lifts and the cog shifts. He's known as one insane character. The train tormenting the jungle like a fortress to the great unknown. He's more than a character or an afterthought. He is that insane train. Introducing a 35-time career winner, making his Final Four debut tonight. Your Swamp Regional Champion, Insane Lane Sanders. Welcome, everyone, to the first match of the 2024 Jungle July Final Four between the champion of the Machete, Nam, the 6th seed, one of 3 6 seeds to make this Final Four, and 9 seed from the Swamp, Lane Sanders. It is going to be this expected to be the second match, but this ended up being the first. We take a look quickly at the setup in the Final Four. Lane and Nam straight ahead. Tapir and Sanford unfortunately had to postpone to tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. We will be there for you to break it all down. A battle of 6 seeds. Sanford, the higher 6 seed, so he gets home field in that one. Obviously, they will find out their opponents, and I'm sure they're watching very closely. We take a look at how these two guys got here. We start with Nam, 18-6, won that Machete region, started with a win against H&6, then hosed Clay in 5, pretty much hosed Pac Johnson in 7, and a Bowtie in 6. Those latter 2 rounds, best of 9s. First 2 are best of 7, of course. So this is one of Nam's toughest tests for sure. Here against Lane, aside from maybe Clay, but obviously the bot had other plans there. And then you look over at Lane, who's just seemed to have improved since that upset win over Tapir's. Really locked in, got his mindset in the right place. He took down Nick in 7 in what was a tough series to swallow for Nick. Obviously, had the bot implosion during Game 7, which ended up being a replay the next day, that Game 7, and Lane got it done. Lane coming in 18-7, of course. Swept out Monkey, took down Seth in 8, which was a 10 a.m. classic. Or when a 10 a.m. classic, but Seth still 10 a.m. classic player. And then you have Eli, took him down in 6. And that brings us to present day. I mean, you talk about that resume. I mean, it's a not the most strong schedule as opposed to others in this tournament, but and now you got a true test in lane, but obviously 9 wins has you in a pretty strong spot in terms of Super League. Just the what's the mindset entering this big Final Four match, and how are you gonna what are you gonna got to do to get it done and get in the finale tonight? Just type it in the pod. Um, I'll get Lane a question here. Bear with me on stream. Got to avenge March. Nam says Lane is probably going to be my toughest test, but I need to prove myself here. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he's got 9 wins on the season, of course, but it's 9 series wins. But of course, and let me blink this out while I fix that. Just don't join up yet. Don't join up yet. I gotta get him to take the bot down. Dear Lord, my mic's been muted this entire time. Oh. Okay, well. There goes that narrator line. Yeah. Bot us off. Thank you, KT. Okay. Nam, you can join up now. Oh, yeah. Thank you. We're off to a great start, everyone. And that's what I was waiting on. All right. This final four is underway with a green 0. And we apologize for the technical difficulties. Realized my mic was off on stream that entire time. But yeah, that was fun. Anyways, we're gonna start on the 9. Nam dry on the green. Lane can play, and he continues to play. Nam's still trying to find a number to get out. He still can't play here. So, Lane breaking Nam out potentially with a triple play on the reverses into yellow. Yeah, that breaks out Nam after a think stop moment there for him. Lane again. This might be close to game. Goes into red, and nope, that's check on the 4. Lane had that yellow 4, so he might have been looking for number efficiency and a double finish. And Nam with the cross back to yellow. And Elena check at the table. Nam all the way back at 10 after the early drawback. And that's a great KT Classic ISO play. Not quite a KT Classic, but a classic ISO. Oh, Lane with the +4, and that is gonna do it. Oh, the bailout is in full effect in the final 4. My goodness. Well, Dom, I don't think you really did anything wrong there. That was a great move with the 4 there. I mean, talk to me about how you came to pick that one. I mean, you definitely wanted to force him into draw city as you were drawing yourself with that 4. Just talk to me about mindset going into that play. Yeah, any ammo at the start as well. That's another good question. Only a blue +2. Wow. Good thing you. Had a good run, stuck 2 towards the end, yeah. Alright, well. So Lane takes game 1, gets a massive bailout +4, and he's on the board. This is a best of 11, so it is first to 6 wins here. And it's going to be, and the format is alternating 3 game, or no, yeah, 2, it'll be 3-3-2-2-1. So Nam gets games 1 through 3, Lane gets 4 through 6, Nam 7 and 8, Lane 9 and 10, and Nam, of course, gets the potential deciding game 11. But that is a question for down the road. We're gonna head on to game 2. Nam, still your pick, still free choice. How many? All right, crazy eights. All right, they both join up. Game 2 underway with a green 4. Lots of 4s coming into play here. One down this time for Nam, down to the 3. And 6 up in the multiple 3 with the 9. Squares it up. And now Nam from the top floor to the bottom floor with the 1. Clean start. Nam able to play off the start after a tough being iced out in the beginning, and now Lane will go to yellow. Nam didn't like yellow last game. Let's see if he does this time around. He will, and he was looking for that switch. He had the yellow 1, so Lane did his work for him. Now here's Lane with the skip, looking for a switch potentially, or just a double. Yep, just a double on the 7. Now Nam iced on the yellow. Lane continues to play clean, so Nam being iced out first again. Have to see kind of strategies he will employ. And a check of the table by Lane. He's up 2 cards. Now I'm able to top deck a 0 sugar play there on the yellow, and now Lane is dry. Unless he finds a 0 sugar switch, nope. And they are in Draw City. Got a good old-fashioned staring match going on here. Lane with a wink on the 4. Can Nam make a play? No, he can't. That is the other. That is the yellow 4 saw a green 4 to start. There's Lane setting up his own play to blue. And that'll break out Nam. He must have drawn that later because they were drawn on the 0 for a minute. And they're both running, rocking and rolling here on the ice cold. Oh, here's another +4 from Lane, and that is it. Another +4 finish for Lane, and my goodness. It was Draw City. Draw City, he got the tools there. Nam, has Draw City just been unkind to you, or you just haven't been able to run the numbers down fast enough before Lane gets there? That's pretty good. Didn't find anything in Draw City now being unkind to you as well as the deal. Did Draw City be like that? Yep. Well, it was favorable to Lane, but so he wins again. And this being a best of 11, Nam once again will get another call here. Yepez, I appreciate the questions. Feel free to ask me if you got any. Yeah. 2 away from power play lock. We'll see how that comes into play. Of course, Nam has 2 to fight against him, so. But it's still quite early. It's only game 3 of best of 11, so we'll see what goes down. So, Nam. Oh, no. Okay. So now I'm gonna try and go up higher, trying to see if he can find some ammo himself. We're gonna go with the OG Sen 13. This is a 3-3-2-2-1 for turn indicator turn format. So starting on the yellow skip, Nam shuts that door with the 2. So Nam being hosed in the first 2 games. I'll have to see if that trend continues as we go on. And of course, 2 power plays on the board. And both play clean. And a 13 card start usually takes a little time before you start to see a shot. That's a quick little pop there with a double play to the 5. 0 sugar from Nam. The pace starting to pick up a little bit more here as we move through this game 3. Oh, here's a double wild off that. Lane trying to go for red, and Nom now icing out Lane. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. There, oh, boy. All right. So Lane draws a little bit of a delay there. He might try and pause after this game just to give the bot a little bit of respite here. Don't want it to crash in a Final Four, but guess better early rather than later. We'll find out. Nom playing the 5. Can Lane play a number efficient play to get out, or has he found some ammo to play? There's a check of the table. Nom up by 2. Just a matter of what Lane might be hiding in the wings with this ammo. Because it's all gone to him. Oh, there's a +4. Top deck heaven for Lane Sanders. And Nom could play cool, but gets 4 freshies thrown his way. And now Lane back in front. Nom with the switch to green. He's going to start thinking about those number efficient plays here. And Lane back to red. The crossover plays are real in this game 3. Nom on the wild ice, and now Lane with the free ice, and there is Nom back to the draw. And that is a huge play for Lane there. Had the right number on the other side. Both red 3s in his hand. And now, how much further can Lane take the red? Power play in game 3. Yepez, I can do that. You're not ref. Please. Thank you. Oh, wow. So Nom pulls the call out and draws. That's huge. Great awareness by Nom. Power play off the board for Lane, and that has got to sting. So power plays are 2 for Nom, 1 for Lane. Wow. Lane's got to play that blue 6, probably what he was trying to play there. And that is a big mistake, at least it appears, for Lane Sanders. Nom takes back control with that green switch. Now we'll have to see what the call out gave Lane. And nothing on the green. Yeah, gigantic mistake indeed. I can... clear as day here in Lane. Got to be kicking himself right now. It continues to be iced on the green. Nom continues to run clean, and he's going to play catch up right here. Lane, though, finds blue again. And Nom can't go back to green. We started on the green 4. Oh, but he can go back with a wild. And Nom is way back there, despite the call-out blunder by Lane, and now he's iced out again. Great wild play by Nom. Starting to find some ammo there. We'll have to see if he's got any shots to make later, as Nom is now down to 11. And the bot... Oh, my goodness. Going down. Oh, wait. Pushed up. Green 9. I was scrolled up. My fault. Green 9. Back to the blue lane. Nom can play. Here comes Lane. Double play. And at this point, Nom on thin ice. And he's got a double, looking for a triple, maybe quad on the blue, looking to maybe switch it. Pauses a moment. Comes back. Loads up. And into yellow, +2 to Lane. And that is a 5-bagger into that yellow 6. Nom has started to find some ammo, but will it be enough to stave off Lane with still... Although that was a big play to try and pull closer. And ditto play there. On the 6. Here's Nam with a +6 into green. And the +4, and that's it! The call, a power play flushed from Lane Sanders' hand, and the lack of Uno call, that is huge. And Nam and that's tough. That is tough. Lane saying the enter key skipped a line instead of sending. That is tough. So that's not even awareness. That's just, yeah, that's tough. Yeah. And Nam, I think that's just that's classic from you. I know you always got that call out command locked and loaded, and that was just great awareness there. Talk to me about how you stay aware in those moments when he's running down on you. You get power played. A lot of players would think that they're done when a power play comes, but you always have that call out locked and loaded. Yeah, nothing to lose, exactly. Like, I know Yepes kind of asked you the question there, Nam, but like, additional point for me is just how, especially when you're in a power play situation, like he's power played you. How do you keep that mindset rolling, knowing, like, keeping that awareness on the call out, despite knowing that in all likelihood Lane probably had the game won with that power play? You're taking points. I'm trying to ask the no. Okay, fair enough. I wouldn't recover from that either. But okay, whatever. I'm locked out. So it's gonna go to 12 now. Lane couldn't pick 8 in that situation. Game 4. It's his first home game. 2-1. Still solid showing from Lane here, despite the disappointment there from game 3. Definitely thought he had it won. Yeah, I didn't. Nam's not one to Nam's not one to do that, but like I mean, like, if you have false call out penalty, that's a whole different story. Obviously not. Um, but yeah, Nam is always one to load that call out command whenever he senses a run coming, and that was great awareness there. As Nam gonna go to the red off the double play from Lane. Lane to blue, and now Nam can play with that as well. Oh, into green now for Lane. Oh, Nam with the red. Switchback. Trips 4. After the half off blue, he played. He has another 4. And Lane gonna pounce on it with a +2. Keeps it red, just a double. Ditto play again, ironically on another 6. And now Lane for this green 6, trip 6 on the board. They're switching like animals here in game number 4. True. There's a +2 from Nam. Cancels out the earlier one. And they trade double plays. Nam with the green. Continues clean there. Oh my goodness, another +4. Oh, and that is going to do it. Lane, he's got the Uno this time, and a wild finish. So he comes back on that one, recovers from the tough break he had in Game 3, and gets the job done. Yep, got it back, exactly. That really seemed like a plan A game all down. Yeah. Well, it wasn't really a mistake. It was just, yeah, well, yeah, that is interesting. I think I'm not sure how that waits, but including that one moment. I guess he might have just forgotten at that point, but at the same time, though, like, he had it sent halfway there. Yeah, exactly. Nam, that seemed kind of like a plan A game for you. It just was it simply Lane beating you to the punch there, and making you draw more cards to put you back. That seemed to be all it was to me, apart from the draws. Did you have anything? Yeah. Taking a few more turns. Okay. Well, that's about all I can ask. I mean, unless Pez, you had something. Yeah, power play advantage. Well, we'll see how that shakes out. Lane still with power play, going Bon Jovi tonight. Evidently so. All right. And we're going to go 11 now. They both join up. This game 5 underway, and I hit the button again. Oh, stupid buzzer button. Oh wait, I guess you can get on stream anyway. That's cool. Free choice. Let's see what they do with this. This is going to be Lane's narrative to control here. He is 3 wins away from his first finale and his first Final Four appearance. Trying to get one back. And here's trips 3 to yellow. And now Nam with a red wild. So Nam going blue, Lane going green, Nam going yellow. Now he goes to red pretty quickly. Oh, here's another +4 from Lane. Not a single +4. Even I don't think we've seen a single +4 from Nam thus far. That is a tough break for sure. Oh yeah, just one +4 from Nam. Yeah. One +4 from Nam. That was a little while back. And Nam into yellow again. Interesting. He wanted to get off yellow real quickly. Now he's playing with it. Not obviously that will be fine for lane. Oh, nah, with the right number. Great luck number efficiency shows up for him. Reverse draw from lane. Oh, lane with another +4 into green. Unbelievable. My goodness, that is 2 green +4s in quick succession here. And looking at it, it's been lane with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 +4s in this series. And we're only at game 5. Unreal. And that is another +4. Lane Sanders. 4-1. I have no words. I This is quite a bot destruction. 7, 8 +4s for Lane Sanders. 1 for Nom. Jesus. My goodness. And you got to think about it as well. This is Nam, who has been hosing people left and right. The bot has been very kind to him, and he's been brought down. Yeah, this has got to be probably this is very ironic here, as Nam has hosed his opponents so many far down, and now it's really unraveling for him. He's been brought down to earth, it seems, but still, 2 wins to go for Lane. I have no words. I have no questions. I don't even know. Ugh, I don't even know. Oh, 14 it is. I have I have no words. Oh, good lord. Lane joins up. I got nothing, man. Yeah, this really could have been a sweep had it not been for, I don't even know, man. This is Oh, Namdido's the bot start, and we are running clean on blue. What? Okay, Yepes. Okay, whatever. Here's the lane with a double looking for triple. He's got it to yellow. Yeah, this would be a sweep had it not been for that unfortunate break there for Lane in game number 3. We would be at 5-0 right now, but And now Lane goes dry on yellow. Tom's got to be methodical with his plays here to this point because a plus force could come out of the woodwork at any time. So he's really got to try and he's basically walking on eggshells at this point. Like there's not much room for error for him, of course. Now Lane's still with a power play, but he's got to win 2 more. Nam with 2 power plays. He would hope he could get some wins with the gloves off to try and get back into a position where power plays are more at a clutch thing for him. Yeah, Lane 1 game from a potential lock game, but obviously it's got to come down if it's set up for him to win with a power play. Lane will play clean on the blue after the wild from Nam. Iced on the red, presumably top deck that wild. And now Lane is dry. Still dry. Nam continues to run down the blue. And into green for Lane. It's not all been down to the +4s, but it's really been the defining moment. These number switches have been key, and there's another switch back on the green. Great number efficient place to set up the hosings to be... Oh, no. What? Oh, I was like, what does that say? Table. And Lane can take the lead with the play. He's got it. As Nam goes dry on green. Great switchback. Oh, but Nam top decks a green skip potentially. There's a +4 into yellow. Nam with his second +4 to Lane's mammoth 8 in the series. Now, pause here for Lane. Comes in, writes up a response. He's got a yellow reverse, looking for a double. And Lane confident that there isn't going to be something this might. He's got to be careful. Oh, another +4. 9 +4s from Lane Sanders. I have no words. This is ridiculous. But that could have been given to him off of Nam's +4. But if you're Nam, Yepes, if you're Nam, can you really blame him for throwing mud at the wall? Like I don't like if you're Nam, you've been hosed all night. I don't know. And that ices them both out. Interesting. Yeah, Lane kept the yellow. Had some back pocket. Yeah, Nam's only second +4, 9 for Lane. They've been all falling to him there. Yeah, we'll have to see if that was a good move, but it would help Nam at least, because he's trying to kill that momentum from all the bot hosing here. It's been a tough break. We'll have to see if that was a good move or not. Oh, Lane finds a 5 into green. Nam to red. Double top deck heaven. No. Lane gonna play a +2. And draws. Closes it. Zero sugar cherry red. RigMillerEnergy.com. 4-pack, $12.99. Got a big boss over there. I know you watching. And now they're ice on the zero sugar. My goodness. Yeah, Pez has got the read. Lane only has greens or blues, and seems to be a similar case for Nam at least. He's iced on this red as much as he is. Lane pauses, still a draw, and we're stuck on a zero sugar here. Yeah, because they're both iced on the yellow. It seems to be a similar situation. There's a 1. Doors open. Does this set it up for lane? It does, into yellow. And has 5 or 6 less. We'll have to see what happens there. Interesting to note that Nam has not table checked once. Lane has done table. It's only been 4 times, but all of the checks have been from Lane tonight. And back and forth, Nam into blue. Blue and green seems to be prerogative here. Lane goes back to green. That could be a tell. Keep that in his back pocket here. Nam with the 9. Oh, Lane for the blue wild. They're bouncing back between green and blue. You said it, Yepez. That seems to be the mission here. And now Nam pouncing on the wild with the +2 and the 5. So back to green now. Playing after the +2, playing it cool. Now they are iced on green. A great switch, yes, indeed. Forces them into the corner. This seems to be a game that's gonna be relied on by more than +4s and hosing. It's gonna be on merit. We're down under 30 cards in the deck. A lot of ammo been dumped on this one. Seems to be who wants to go to blue first. Barring anything we get from this draw city for sure, but it is ticking down. Lots of ammo dumped. We are over halfway through this deck. Oh, and Nam. Oh, well, we'll see if that makes a difference. Of course, a 0 sugar, so Lane likely to draw. That could be a tell considering how quickly he wanted to play that. We'll see if that sets up a play for either of them. Oh, Lane finds a 2. And Nam, though, has the red 2. Oh, there's a look at the table. Nam up to 15. Lane at 10, so Ipez about right, but Nama's now behind about 5. And now they go for yellow and then into blue. So, daring each other now. Go on what seems to be the strongest color, at least prior to that trip into Draw City. Nam dry on blue. So that theory might be a little debunked, but we'll see. Lane continues to play. We cross 11 minutes. Nam with the +4. His 3rd of the series. Still. Crazy. Lane with a skip 8. Nam trying to fight back against what has been a rough hosing series. Yepez has a read on Nam here, but I suppose it won't matter if you pose it because Lane's not listening. Unless he is on stream, then I have no idea. And lane to yellow. Yeah, long game for once. Exactly. We are approaching 12 minutes. Here's lane to blue. Nam iced on the ice cold. Nam into red. And lane to green with the wild. Yeah, that is a key. That is key for Nam. Yepes saying that Nam should have a ton of numbers for change, which could be tough for lane. But here's a quad reverse into a skip for red. Went from green, yellow, red, and +2 again. 6. And there's a reshuffle, and that's it. 10 bagger? Wow. Yeah, and that's even daring from Nam there. Thinking about, oh, that's something else. What? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. 12 minutes and Nam gets it done. Still, with the 2 power plays behind him, that is ridiculous. But that was a lot of ammo dumping, Yepes. I can't even like comprehend what just happened. That was a lot to ingest there. And what seemed to be a hosing for the ages just turned into something else crazy. No. Alright. Wow. Trying to go up to find that key moment there. You were bogged down in Draw City multiple times. You both were. Just like, what was the mindset like during those times for you to try and stick with it and ultimately build up that ammo inventory to get the job done? I mean, that was amazing. I didn't expect that at all. Like, that is, and 111 cards were drawn. We did have a deck reshuffle off of one of the last +2s there. Oh, golly. Oh. But I mean, it's not a 10 bag or something. I guess they got back at my side. But yeah, I mean, a lot of it was Draw City though. It really wasn't like off the deal. Like, I mean, like, although a lot of the +4s came from lane, I mean, it was also given to him. So yeah, it's just a lot to ingest there for sure. Remarkable game there. After what I thought this was going to end in about 20 minutes. Yeah, that's a good one. That's what I was trying to get to, but come up with it. So Nam making some adaptation to his gameplay, starting to loop in some pace management. Yepes coming in clutch with that one. So with that, it is on to game number 7 of a best of 11. It is 4-2 in favor of Lane. Lane is 2 wins away. Nam 4 wins away. Nam with 2 power plays. Lane with 1. Nam, with that win, you cannot pick 14. So how many is it going to be for game 7? And back to that 13 OG send. They both join up, and it is a yellow 1 to start. And after a crazy game 6, long game 6, Now I'm taking some pace management to boot, trying to take his time to get to that win, and that was big for him. I'll have to see if he tries to continue to employ that as we continue on. Me being up against 2 games away from it, but yeah. Yeah, it'll be a pivotal game for him for sure, but obviously having to find the right opportunity for it. We'll see what happens. Lane, though, quickly goes to red, and Nam again with the cross back to green. Lot of cross back ice plays from these guys, both of them finding have the right numbers to make it happen, or even wilds to make it happen. Top floor for Nam, keeps it cool. Lane to the yellow, and now Nam is iced. Number efficiency reigning, aside from +4s. The color switches have been key as well. Tons of them and tons of key ones. Nam to blue. For blue, keeps it going. Ditto play on 7. Blue 4 for now. Oh, reverse on the +2. Oh, Nam. Oh, he's running it down. This could be it. This could be setting up a 4-3. Oh, I think it is. Yep, that's it. And the bot is the scales are tipping the other direction. Nam rallying. It's now 4-3. It was once 4-1. A 7-bag finish. My goodness. Yeah, so Lane up in his head about that one. But we'll have to see here. Yeah, well, should be 5-1, but still, those 2 wins not on Discord. That's on the bot for sure. Here, a 10-bagger and a 7-bagger to finish. I mean, it's hard to contend with, you peasant. It's starting to flip the other direction for Nam here. The scales are starting to tip the other way. Yeah. Yeah. He's saying that it's a not message priority, but he didn't use the ante uno. He just forgot about it, and he paid the price in a sense. So because he was using it in other spots. So I mean, it can go either way. But Nam with the momentum, with the bot on his side, it seems like for the moment. And Nam there now can't pick 13, or what was it, 13? You picked that last one, I believe. Yeah, can't pick 13 here. How many? For game 8. 14. Nam looks to pull even after being down 4-1. Me writing the numbers. I had that memorized. I was checking the rules. Yellow 5 to start game 8. Yeah, this is a tough situation. Just a lot of people being busy at the same time. Very unfortunate. Green 5, 1 up, 2 4 lane to the 6. I promise you tomorrow tomorrow we will have a crew. I ain't a Yankees fan. What are you talking about, man? I ain't even from that part of the country. I'm I'm not a Yankees fan, my man. I am not a Yankees fan. I don't know where you got that impression. Trips 5 on the board. I don't know how you got that idea, Yupez. Yeah, but I just as a baseball fan, I'm not a Yankees fan. We just went because we were in New York for a week. Now I'm to the red. We also went to a Mets game that week. That's off topic at this moment. +2 and the 2 for lane. Yeah, we went to a Yankees game and a Mets game that same week just to go to a ball game. I'm actually a Cardinals fan. It's still funny. Enough suffering. Red back and forth here clean as I get sidetracked. But not wrong, Ypez. And laying down to 4, draws again, iced. And they're both iced at the same time on red, so Lane with a 3-card lead, holding in Draw City. And Lane with the blue switch and Nam with another crossover again to that red wild. And Yepes, those plays have been key tonight, it seems. They've always had an answer for each other. Now again, another answer. Now Lane goes for green. Very interesting. Might have been Lane just trying to get that blue 2 off his hand. Now he's going for green, but Nam making him pay for that one. And goes back to red. A 5-bag switch in. And Nam at this point isn't holding back. Can't let much more go down. He can put himself in position to win on a double power play in his next 2 games. We'll have to see. They both are right on red. Great classic switch from Nam. Putting them back in Draw City. Lane with a wink on the red 8. And he sets up his own play to green. Yeah. Yeah, Yepes. Lane must have finish on green. Maybe. We'll have to see. Lane with the +2, 7. I mean, it didn't seem like Nam had no idea there. He did go back to the red off the green wild, so it's not like he didn't know, and now he's got to yellow, so he's definitely aware of that, it seems, from the plays he's making. That was another +4 for Nam, only the 4th now, I believe, of the series. it's still a big disparity to Lane's now probably 10 at this point. Knows where that finish is, it seems, for Lane. Lane can double on the yellow. I'll have to see. Yeah, but they've been having answers for each other all night. Yeah, Lane's done 7 table check draws, yeah. Just trying to keep an eye on the situation for sure. Now to red. Lane to green again. I think at this point it's pretty obvious Lane is looking to try and close it out down there. See if Nam has another response on the way here. There's Ditto Dose on the table. This is a big moment here. Game 8. Lane trying to push himself into a clinching scenario. Nam looking to pull even at 4 after being down 4-1. This is a big moment right here. And Nam with a table check. This is not something we've seen I don't think, at all now this series. Wild and finish, maybe. Yep. Power play. You read that one, Yepez. You read that one like a book. Lane draws. And that's it. 4-4. 1 power play each. My goodness. Yeah, Yepez pulling out his inner KT to read that one. My goodness. Wild to finish for Nam, and he power plays that one. He checked the table, and that was key. So he won game 5. That's 8, 7, 6, 5. Yeah, I don't think we've seen a full send anyway. I think we're getting iced out. No, this is going back to Lane. Game 9 goes to Lane. Game 10, and then Nam gets 11. So I guess we're starting 15 cards. Lane is iced out. He is pissed. We're going game number 9. It is now best of 3 going forward. We start with a green 6. Yeah, tie series. This is a pivotal one. Lane a quick switch to 6 and a trips red. Oh, but Lane oh my goodness. The answers for each other have been ridiculous. They just keep one-upping each other. Yeah. Yeah, definitely favors the higher seed, but Nama's gonna have the last laugh here, of course, if it gets to a game 11. But that's only if they split the next two, and a power play as well for each. And again, trips on the board going to green, and they're starting to switch like crazy here. They're not letting up. To those tog over paper, so true. Seen a lot of them on the practice field. So many switches, and now Lane is iced on the green. Zero sugar as well. Great play from Nam. And Nam just running it down here. And Lane again with the switch. The sixes. My God. The number switches, the color switching is crazy tonight. Yeah, Lane seems to not being getting as much favorable hands. He's trying to. I don't even know what to do at this point. I'll say at least these kind of matches are almost over. We're gonna have two more like this that truly for a huge amount of weight. Obviously, you have the P3 game as well, but that's not as huge a deal. And again, trips. The switches. They are switching like crazy. The amount of switches they have at their disposal is just off the charts. Okay, Lane with the power play. Non-draws. Oh, and that is gonna do it. Lane protecting it. And that I can't be mad at that. You can't be mad at that play, Pez. I mean, you talk plenty about that lock play, but he's still Lane needed that. He's trying to snatch some momentum back, and this is huge for him. And talk about if your Lane could have been win number 6 for him, but if it weren't for that issue with Discord, he so touts. But ugh. I don't think it was a waste. That's an opinion. That top deck heaven's been crazy for both of them tonight. I can't I can't fault him too much. Nam could have just been looking for a connection. That's what he did. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Run back 11. All right, that's fine. Or yeah, that's fine. This is game 10 still lane. MCSR, so obviously that comes back open. Game 10 coming up. This is a clincher scenario for lane, but he's got to do it with the gloves off. Nam could power play for Nam in the back pocket, could even this thing up and send it to a do or die game 11. What a series this has been. Roller coaster ride. We're starting with 11. Mid-tier start. We've had about everything. We thought this was going to be a hosing at first for lane. Then we thought it was going to be hosing in the other way for Nam. And now the mad switching game ended for lane. Tried to switch it up. They both tried to switch it up. This is the final four where you got to try and you got to do everything to try to win. Yeah. Yeah, Nam could definitely pull the power play in this game, or he could try and hold another one. And that could... Oh, green 5, not 8. See if he had that 8 or not here in a moment. Unless lane is going back, which could very much happen. That other yellow 5 is outstanding. Lane with the green +2 to the 2. Doubles it up, Nam does. And the funny combo. I think it's the first time we've seen that, and then makes it a reverse funny combo. 6-9-6 there on the board. In the yellow, lane iced out. And again, a double funny combo from Nam. And now lane with the top deck too. Oh, Nam. He's down to 4, down to 2. Is this going to be gloves off win? It will! We are going to a game 11 and Nam with a power play in the back pocket. That is massive. Nam, how important was it to you to try and get this win with the gloves off without having to flush out that power play, knowing that this was going to force a do or die clutch game 11? Obviously, you definitely had a little bit of bot luck on your side, but how important was it to you entering this game knowing you wanted to try? It seemed like you wanted to try and get it done without the power play to save it for this game. Yeah, needed to keep it for sure. How nervous. Lane seems to be off the lane just seems to be mad at this point. Well, we'll see how this all plays out. Yeah. All right. Well, Nam, you forced a game 11, being down 4-1. You're going to go with that 14 double OG. It is game 11. One power play for Nam. We'll have to see what goes down. It is beginning right now with a blue +2. And this has been a topsy-turvy series, Yepez. I don't even know how this could go down. But it seems like the bot's been tipping the scales in favor of Nam since 4-1 lane. And I mean, lane it's been a roller coaster. It's just to see what will happen. I think it's been more than the ammo. It's not been a out and out hosing, but some of that has definitely come down to it. And that last game was definitely a product of it. Yeah. Yeah, more than Nam losing. Yeah. Lane doesn't necessarily need it with the run he's got on his belt, but it would definitely be a tough one. Being up 4-1, missing the Uno call in game 3. Otherwise, this would be 6-4 at this point. Not even. It'd probably be over at this point, 6-3. But we'll have to see. Ice on the blue. Lane continues. There's a +2 draw from Nam. Lane closes it. Nam to green. Yeah, any minor mistake could snowpile indeed, but they're dead even. And Lane with the... If he can play on this green, he's got a possession arrow advantage. And he's got it. Nam was ready with that 0 as well. Switch to yellow. In the 4 from the 0. And ditto play there. 1 down. Intensity is real here in game 11. Nam iced on the yellow now. Lane continues to run it. Oh, Lane with a timely wild. Breaks Nam out, but he could have been iced there on the yellow. Nam was exhibiting more patience with dumping him in a draw city earlier on in the series, and Lane doesn't seem to be showing that level of patience. Yeah, Nam has to be prepared for anything. Lane is close. Oh, just missed that P. There he goes. This could be it. We're getting close to the end game. Back to power play. Power play. Nam with the defense. Oh my goodness. Nam was prepared. Lane draws. Stops the run in its tracks. Oh. My goodness. And that is why you saved the power play, Yepes. He was prepared, and Nam stops it. And Nam, oh yes, he stopped it at the right time. Got the skip into yellow, but he is iced on it. And note that Lane switched with the wild, so that is going to put him into draw city. What a defensive power play by Nam. And he's dragging him down with him. This is do or die. Great play there. And Lane top decks a 6. Yeah, he knows any switches to green. Yeah, he's got to walk on eggshells, but At the same time, this is an extended draw city. Lane not able to do much. Just the wink plays, so this is probably setting him out from an all green, unless it's an all green finish, and that's fair game. But I think Nom's probably not going to touch it anyway. Oh, to red lane, back to yellow. Unbelievable. And Nom is forcing the pace. He is not going to take any chances. Into red again. Lane finds the other red one. Yeah. Nam was content to draw. So we'll have to see. He'll take his time to get to that win. Lane goes for blue now. So Nam draws way back to comeback territory. He was probably at 21 at that point. Yeah, 21. Yeah, 21s. Right there, yeah. So now they're on red. One up to the 6, 2 up to the 8. Can't do 3 up and 2 up. There's an 11, fortunately. So that pattern ends here. Lane for blue again. Nom +4. Massive. Haven't seen that really all game, I don't think. All of game 11. Yeah, I haven't seen a +4 in a good bit, too. It's been a few games. Because that was a mad switching game. It was more on the +2 heavy, so interesting to see that come back into the fray. Oh, wow. Back for green again. Now Lane doubled up on Nom. Oh, a +4 from Lane. That's backbreaking. But Nom responds! Whoa! Cancels it out in a one fell swoop. And Lane, though, goes back to yellow on the 5. Nom can play. After all that time being ice on yellow. Oh, Nom. Triple play. Into green. As we close in on an 11-minute mark. Game 11, do or die, final four, no power plays left. Nam saving himself from elimination with a defensive power play, and now here comes a run. Nam, could this be it? It is! Nam, into the finale! Wow. Nam, thoughts on your first finale in your career, and thoughts on this series overall. This was roller coaster, crazy roller coaster ride that we just went on for the last hour or so. What the expletive? Lane continuing to die on the hill of game 3, but there are several more opportunities to win at that point. If it was in a game 7, sure, but defensive power play pays off. Yeah, 21 card comeback in game 11 as well. My goodness. Wow. Watching the raw reaction pour in. Like, Nam, I mean, I know you dropped that statement, but like, just thoughts on the series overall, just like, and any thoughts on playing lane after all that? Just overall, that's a pretty remarkable, that's a crazy remarkable game there. No words at all. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Yepes, I mean, he's going to die on that game 3 hill, but we both know he had more opportunities to get the game done. Like, this is a best of 11, not a best of 5. I just... And maybe there were some inopportune hosings, but, like, it's also that power play... Well, the power play being gone, that's the same game 3 situation, so... I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's a tough break for Lane in game 3, but there were plenty more opportunities in the tank for him. And it went the distance. It was a competitive series, very interesting to watch. It was very topsy-turvy roller coaster, and that's exactly what you expect from a Final Four. Bear with me while I work the bracket, while I have nobody to commentate. Tapir or Sanford is on the other side of this one. Any relative thoughts on that? I mean, obviously, I'm sure you're still like taking all of this in. I'm sure you'll have words when you write a quote down the road here. That is halfway down in the Final Four. Oh, baby. I don't even know what to say at this point. So it went from the story of the game tonight, really. It went from a lane hosing, which I really thought it was going to be a hosing, but then that botched Uno call, which you could blame on Discord. You can blame on his execution, but ultimately it was a lost power play there for Lane, excuse me. And despite that, he had many more opportunities, and it seemed like it was slipping away. The scales were tipping the other way after that failed power play for Lane, and ultimately it goes in the favor of Nam, and Lane able to still force it in game 11. Had a chance, but undoubtedly a 21 card comeback technically broke the drawback rule, but that is minimal at best. And ultimately, it is Nam in a distance series in 11 in the final four, which despite this is you couldn't ask for better. Ultimately, so gotta love that. But it is going to be Nam in the final four. In the finale, either against Pierre or Sanford, 2-6 seeds, duking it out tomorrow night. And I will be with you tomorrow night for the continuation of the Final Four here in Jungle July as Tapir and Sanford face off. And it's going to be me, Caesar, and Yoshi helping you guys through it. I'm going to be in much better hands tomorrow than, well, there really wasn't any hands. Unfortunately, but that's just how life is. We roll with the punches, and that's exactly what we go through a lot here. So Nam moves on over Lane in 11. But yeah, to appear in Sanford tomorrow night, 10 o'clock. We will see you then. Thank you to Pez for the questions and the thoughts throughout the night. Yeah, and Lane's first Final Four, a tough out, but still a tremendous effort. And Nam makes his finale in his second go about at the Final Four after March, falling to the boss. So thanks to you, Pez, for that. Thank you to My Hill joined for a little bit. Thank you for KT and the behind the scenes there as well. Appreciate you, big man. Thanks to everyone watching on YouTube as well. And I'm sure anyone lurking watching this Final Four game, we appreciate you all. And for all of us in Emerino, I am not short. We'll see you again tomorrow for game number 2 of the Final Four in the Jungle.